Okay, this is a Irriland 3-inch traveler with a 3-inch by 1,378 feet long hose. I'm going to do a quick instruction on the controller. There's some confusion because it's kind of labeled weird. The controller opens and closes this ball valve that has an electric actuator on it, a little 12-volt electric actuator. And that is on the bypass of the turbine. So the water comes in. This one has a shutoff kit on it, so there's a butterfly valve here. But the water comes in, goes through the butterfly valve, in the collector, through a nozzle that's pointed at the turbine wheel. And the turbine wheel spins, and that's what drives the gearbox. There's a pinion on the gearbox on the other side of there that turns the crown gear that's on the drum. So if this valve is closed, all the water goes through the turbine. So that's your maximum speed. So with this set at maximum, the valve is closed and all the water is going through the turbine. That valve's closed, all the water is going through the turbine. If you move the dial to minimum, you can hear the valve actuating. The valve will open all the way, and that will let water flow through the bypass instead of going through the turbine. So that will cause the machine to slow down and eventually stall and stop. If you set the speed, let's go back to maximum so the valve is closed. You can see the little light is telling you that the valve is actuating. Okay, so now the valve is closed. So now if you choose, let's say, 85 feet per hour, the yellow roller that's on the hose will spin when the hose comes in, and it will send, there's a little magnet sensor next to the yellow roller. There's magnets in the roller, and that sensor will send a signal to the controller, and the controller will know how fast the hose is retracting. If it's retracting faster than 85, it will close the valve a little and then readjust the speed, and then waiting for another signal to see how fast it's going. And it will keep doing that until it achieves the speed that you set. So you'll hear the valve go zzz, and then wait a little while, it'll go zzz again and close a little more, or open a little more, open a little more, until it achieves the speed you want. If you set it too low, then there's a good possibility that the machine cannot achieve that speed and it will just stall out. After it stalls out, the valve will close a little bit, close a little bit, close a little bit until it starts moving again. But it might get into a cycle where it goes faster, slower, faster, slower. So if it's doing that, increase your speed and find a speed where the machine can actually run. It all depends on pressure, flow, and the nozzle that's in the turbine and the nozzle that's in the gun. We do have extra nozzles. The nozzle that's in this collector is actually the same as a sprinkler nozzle. So they are changeable. But in most cases, you can achieve the speed you want just using the controller. The gearbox on this machine does have 3 speeds also. So you can put this in low, medium, or high. In most cases, medium is best, but you can go to low or high, and that'll help you achieve the speed you want also. And then another confusing thing is that if you turn this to stop, that just turns off the valve. It does not stop the machine. It just leaves the valve in the position it's in, and the controller is not going to change anything. It's basically kind of like an off position on the controller. So I hope that helps. There also is a 12-volt battery in here under this panel, being charged by the solar panel that's on the cabinet. So if things aren't functioning, you might want to check that battery. Maybe it's old and not accepting a charge anymore.